You didn't fall in love with them. You fell in love with a character they played specifically for you. And the moment you stopped being useful, that character disappeared, and you spent months thinking you were the problem. You weren't. You were just chosen. And today I'm going to show you exactly how. Sign number 1, love bombing. Remember at the beginning? Constant texts, deep conversations at 2 a.m. I've never met anyone like you. It felt like a movie. I've talked to hundreds of people who've been through this, and every single one of them said the same thing. It felt too good to be true. It was. Love bombing is when someone floods you with affection, attention, and intensity, not because they love you, but because they're securing your attachment before you can see who they really are. They studied you, figured out exactly what you were starving for, and fed it to you all at once. Once they knew you were hooked, the warmth stopped, slowly, quietly, and you spent every day after that trying to get back to that beginning feeling. That feeling was bait, and it was placed there deliberately. Sign number 2, gaslighting. Think back to your last argument with them. Who apologized? I'll wait. Narcissists have a psychological inability to accept fault, not because they're confident, but because their entire self-image collapses if they're ever wrong. So instead of accountability, you get gaslighting. That never happened. You're too sensitive. You're literally imagining things. And they say it so calmly, so convincingly, that you start questioning your own memory. I've spoken to people who came out of these relationships and genuinely couldn't trust their own judgment anymore. That's how deep this goes. That is not a communication issue. That is psychological abuse, and you deserved so much better than that. Sign number 3, narcissistic injury. You got a promotion. You posted a great photo. Someone complimented you in front of them, and instead of being proud of you, something shifted. Suddenly there's tension. Suddenly you did something wrong. Suddenly they need all the attention right now. This is called a narcissistic injury. Their ego is so fragile that your success, your happiness, feels like a personal attack to them. So they start shrinking you quietly, subtle digs disguised as jokes, less support, more criticism. And here's the part that breaks my heart. Most people in this situation start playing small just to keep the peace. You should never have to dim your light to make someone else feel okay. Sign number 4, lack of empathy. You were there for every breakdown, every hard day, every 3 a.m. panic. But when you needed them, phone in hand, subject changed, conversation redirected back to them. This is called lack of empathy, and research from the University of Surrey confirms that narcissists can understand emotions intellectually. They just don't feel the pull to respond to yours. You were the emotional caretaker of someone who saw your needs as an inconvenience. And the saddest part, most people normalize it. They say, that's just how they are. No, that's not how people who love you are. That's how people who use you are. Sign number 5, hoovering. This is the sign nobody talks about, and honestly, it's the most dangerous one. You tried to leave, maybe more than once, and right at that moment, they transformed back to the person you originally fell for. Suddenly caring, suddenly vulnerable, suddenly all change, I promise, just don't go. This is called hoovering, named after the vacuum brand, because they suck you right back in the second you try to walk away. And it works, not because you're weak, but because you're human. You loved them. You wanted it to be real. But I need you to understand something important. They didn't come back because they love you. They came back because losing control of you terrified them. The moment they found someone else to give them attention, they let go without even looking back. I've spent years studying these patterns, and the one thing that stays with me is how many good, loving, intelligent people blame themselves after these relationships. So let me be very clear before you leave. You are not broken. You are not too sensitive. You are not dramatic. You were targeted by someone who knew exactly how to exploit your empathy, your loyalty, the best parts of you. That says everything about them and absolutely nothing about you. If this video helped you see something clearly today, share it with one person who keeps blaming themselves in a relationship. Sometimes it all takes is one moment of clarity. And if you want to go deeper, next video I'm covering exactly how narcissists choose their victims and the specific traits they look for. Subscribe because that one might genuinely change someone's life.